Right, tinfoil hats on, guys. Okay, we're jumping into conspiracy theories, a few ghosts, UFOs. We got a bit of a mixture today. So if you do enjoy the video, guys, don't forget, hit that like button for me. It really does help, okay? And if you want to see more videos like hit the subscribe button. Right, let's get into it, shall we?
In the following video, a concerned mother is recording her daughter who just told her that a guy is inside her room.
Ooh.
What guy?
The guy.
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
Can we go together?
Oh, I'd be like, going running in there, kicking the door down.
Yeah.
Scared of my pants.
Do you want to open the door or you want mommy to open it?
I want mommy to open it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah. He's scary.
Oh, no.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
Oh, it's a dog.
No.
The dog coming in, that scared me.
No one appears to be in this room, yet strangely, Jessica's daughter sees someone who she says is scary. Now, despite there being nothing alarming, there is something in this room that's worth noting. The playhouse in the center is a space where Jessica's daughter often plays in. Most of her time is spent playing or eating inside, which is why Jessica decided to renovate the playhouse to make her feel more at home.
For a house tour of Emma's playhouse. Then Emma, I'm going to show them the door, okay? She really wanted it to have a doorbell camera like our
That's
front
cool.
door. So I put on...
From the color of the house to the same doorbell, every detail was inspired by the actual house they live in. However, only a few days after remodeling, something strange had occurred. On the night of January 3rd of 2025, the doorbell camera started to record. Now, this only happens when someone is at the door and near the doorbell, but upon being activated, the camera recorded this.
Something jumps out now, I'm gonna... I should turn my headphones on a bit. Oh, the door's opening! Oh, that's freaky. That goes closed now. Then opens and that doll's head is turned around. I'm gonna freak. Oh, no. Oh, that doorbell is irritating. Ah, it moved. That's no good, is that? Oh my god! I would expecting the woman to be there.
Jessica was completely baffled as she wasn't expecting the door to open on its own. If it was just the doorbell going off by itself, then one can say that it was just a technical issue.
Yeah.
But then, this happens. The door continues to swing open for just a bit, when suddenly, the hair on the mannequin is seen hanging in the air before abruptly falling down. There doesn't appear to be anything that could have caught the strand of hair, and the way it falls makes it seem like someone, or something, had loosened their grip on the strand. Now this whole situation gets creepier when considering that Jessica's daughter occasionally sees a guy in her room, but this guy is never seen. While no evidence of this man exists, there appears to be evidence of something else, and it's not the only evidence that Jessica has. One night, before heading out to a dinner party with friends, she gets a notification from the doorbell camera. Take a look.
I was just about to head out, and I started getting the notification that the doorbell in my kids' room upstairs is going off.
In the following video, a concerned mother is recording her daughter who just told her that a guy is inside her room.
What guy?
The guy.
Well, there we have it. What would you do in that situation? Obviously, there's something there. Yeah, especially the kids saying, there's a guy in my room, he looks scary, and then that going on. Time to get a priest up in there. I know. Start hanging crosses everywhere. That's what I would do.
This is 100% true story that happened to a woman in Madison, Wisconsin. Now, there was this woman named Sherry who moved into this house with her 2 children in Madison, Wisconsin. Now, she said, you know, at the time, she didn't believe in anything supernatural. She really thought that was a bunch of nonsense. But she said, you know, right away when they moved in, she would notice, you know, out of the corner of her eye sometimes, shadows moving across the walls. She would hear strange noises that she couldn't explain. But she said for the most part, it was just a normal house. One night, she's upstairs in her bedroom and she's folding laundry. She hears talking coming from her son's room. So she makes her way over to his room. The door's closed and she hears her son having a full-on conversation with someone.
Oh.
And she's like, who is he talking to, you know, at 12:30 at night? So she opens the door, and when she looks in his room, he is not in his bed. So she starts yelling for him. She looks down and sees him next to the side of his bed, on his knees, crouched down with his head under the bed, talking to someone.
No.
And she's like, hey, who are you talking to? Like, who's under there? And her son's like, I can't tell you. And she said, what do you mean you can't tell me? Like, who's under the bed? And he's like, I can't say. He'll get mad. And she's like, what? Who's under there? So she runs over to the bed and she looks underneath there. It's empty. There's nothing under there. So she's like, you know what? Just get back in bed. Like, just stop, you know, doing whatever you're doing. Several weeks pass, and like on a regular basis, she keeps finding her son talking to someone under the bed, except there's no one there.
I start having issues after the first couple of times, I think. You know, obviously kids have imaginations and that, and I suppose it all depends how skeptic you are. I suppose with me and my tinfoil hat and, you know, everything like that, I think I'd be like, okay, I'd look into it a bit more. But if you're more of a skeptical person who doesn't believe in that at all, then you could more probably brush it off and say, like, come on now, you're being silly, I suppose. Who are you talking to? But I don't know. Let's just hope I'm never in that situation.
So after a few weeks of this happening, she thinks maybe something is wrong with her son. So she takes him to this child therapist. The therapist like assesses him and says, you know, he seems completely fine. It's probably just his imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So several months pass and he keeps on doing this. Well, one day she's sitting down in the living room with him and they're talking when she notices he has some scratches and bruises like all over his body. And she's like, where did you get those scratches and bruises from? Like, what's going on? And he's like, I can't tell you. And she's like, yes, you have to tell me, like, what is going on with you? And finally he breaks down and he starts crying and stuff, and he just starts freaking out. And then he runs up to his room. So the mom, you know, at this time is like, I don't know what to do. Like, what is going on with my son? Like, she's just panicking. Later that night, she's awoken to her son screaming in his bedroom. She runs as fast as she can. She goes in his room. She finds him halfway underneath the bed. He's grabbing onto the bed frame, and it looks like something is pulling him under the bed. So she immediately grabs him, pulls him out from under the bed. She looks under there. There's no one there. So she's like, you know what? This is weird. Like, you're sleeping with me tonight. You're going to be in bed with me tonight. So they go back to her bedroom. He lays down. He falls.
If I see someone trying to grab my son underneath his bed, I wouldn't be in that house. I'd be like, right, come on. And especially after seeing scrams and everything around him, you could see someone actually pulling him. I'd be like, right, let's go, get up. Even if I didn't have any money, I'd be sleeping in a car, or I'd be going to a blooming relative's house or something. I would not be staying in our house until I knew everything was safe for my son. Like, you know, I just wouldn't do it.
Asleep. She's sitting in bed. She can't sleep. She's like freaked out about this whole situation. When all of a sudden she hears, shh, hey, come under the bed. And she's like, what? She looks over. Her son is sleeping. But then once again, she hears, hey, come here under the bed. I need to talk to you. And it's like a man's voice. And she's like, no, who are you? Like, go away. And the man's like, come on, kid, under the bed. I need to tell you something. And like, she's like, no, I'm not going under the bed. And she said this man, whoever he was, just started yelling obscenities and getting really angry. So she grabs her son. They get out of the house. And she said she left that night and never went back. And still to this day, that house sits there. And she said she's talked to the neighbors. And they said since she's moved, like several families have lived there and they move out immediately. This is 100% true.
Well, yes. Got to be done, dude. Especially when kids are involved, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's creepy as hell. I like listening to stories like that. I really do.
Do you ever wonder why, like, there's a naughty and nice list for Santa Claus? To make kids like nicer, behave, right? I'm pretty sure like Northern Asia and I think some areas near like Siberia and all of that, they have tradition. Instead of Santa Claus, Sinterklaas. Yeah. He's with Krampus. And Krampus is supposed to be like a winter demon. And sending Krampus to go ahead and like beat them up. Like he would go around. Literally looks like Santa Claus. Has like a priest hat, dressed in red, long white beard. Walks up to the kids. And he goes, naughty or nice? And then sends Krampus if they're naughty and like beat them up. Damn. Now, that whole thing of like Santa Claus, Sinterklaas, it gets dark because in, I think like the 1600s, there's actually a play, but this is where it gets crazy. This is what ties into Santa Claus. His signature laugh is ho, 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 ho. Yeah. So ho, ho, that's where they got Santa Claus's laugh from. And that's where they got the naughty and nice list from. It's all demonic. You know what else is demonic? Like guaranteed? What? I'm about to blow the lid off this shit. Yo, if you guys want part 2, comment conspiracy syrup right now.
Ariana Grande might have accidentally revealed the secrets about celebrities dyeing their hair blonde.
Wait, what?
So usually when people start blowing up or before they really, really pop off, they dye their hair blonde, right?
Yeah.
Ariana Grande, she was actually on the red carpet and she kind of made a joke. She's like,
you know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details.
What she's referencing, it's her music video. So in her music video, it's the Brighter Days memory erasure. Now that's a callback to the Jim Carrey movie. Theory is the blonde hair isn't them dyeing their hair blonde. It's a result of going through the procedure. When you dunk your head into the liquid and putting your brain into the vat, it changes the color of your hair. So when they go through the memory erasure or they go through the brainwashing, their hair is blonde because they're using their head to go into the system and going through the procedure, dyeing their hair blonde.
Oh, wow.
Ariana Grande.
Yo, these celebrities are into some crazy dark stuff, especially all like these Epstein files have been coming out recently, and I've been like watching loads of stuff, and there's a lot of sick satanic stuff going on. I tell you what, these people need Jesus, brother. They need Jesus, you know what I mean? I don't understand why people would want to do these things. I can't comprehend why some of these people want to do these things. You know what I mean? They must be like even for all the money in the world, why would you want to do that? You know what I mean? Some of this stuff that's coming out, it's just, you know, no, thank you. I'd rather keep my soul and I'd rather keep my morals. You know what I mean? Yes, please. Thank you for that.
It's absolutely gobsmacking that it's being kept as a secret.
Jesus.
Imagine having an object that's so big, it's
huge.
just not conceivable to move it.
I can't.
I was watching something the other day, and obviously when all this, they're saying that they're going to release UFO files or UAP, whatever you want to call them now, saying that there's one that was so large, they had to build over it. I wonder if this is the one.
I can barely even comprehend that.
I thought it was bollocks when I heard it too, and most people listening to this will anyway. But I'm, assured should be taken seriously, and hopefully will be being investigated by the Congress.
It's not bollocks, is it? There's UFOs there. There's aliens there. I know some people are saying that they're not aliens, they're interdimensional. Which technically are aliens, they're demons, you know what I mean? Will we ever know? You know, there's so much going on in the world today, you know, it's getting very, very scary, but exciting as well to a certain degree in certain aspects of certain situations, especially the UFOs, you know, but what do you think? You know, I suppose if you're watching videos like this, then you do believe, you know, the fact of AI doesn't help either, because you don't know what you're looking at is true and all that. This video looks pretty real to me, but I am an AI expert, so I don't know. But that is massive. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I put this video in for a reason, guys, right? And it was just a point I made a second ago about AI, right? And about aliens. Now, this video obviously is fake, okay, but what if it ends and they have actually just done this right in front of our faces, and everyone's just assuming it's AI, it's CGI? If it ain't AI, it's CGI. You know what I mean? It's fake, but what if it ends and she's just like, hey, make you think, doesn't it? Like, yeah, I'll just take my pretend mask off on the internet. No one will believe me because they'll just say it's AI. Great.
Everyone needs to get ready because the newest update about Atlas 3I changes everything. Scientists and NASA were already really concerned about this strange behavior, but now over the weekend with the Gemini telescope, they took photos of Atlas 3I next to the sun. You know what they saw? They saw it shooting a jet stream into the sun. This comment that people keep calling a commenter, there's nothing to worry about here, there's nothing to see. Obviously there is, because scientists that work for Harvard, NASA, and China are reporting that this is concerning. We have a rogue comet that is shooting some kind of jet stream of material or matter into our sun. Like, this is huge. People need to realize how big of a deal this is. They already said 40% probability it's not natural. It means it's made by an intelligent life form.
I haven't heard anything on 3i Atlas in a while. I haven't seen anything come up. This was 2 days ago by Notin1218. Maybe I'm going to have to do a little bit of a look into it and find out what's going on. You know what I mean? But even if it is something like that, they're going to keep away from us anyway, isn't they? Maybe that's why they're all coming out now with, let's tell everyone about aliens. You know, there's always something behind it in this, you know what I mean? Maybe they're just putting these aliens out there now just to get us away from the Epstein files. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. All right? If I go into it now, I'll be here for about 2 hours. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Some creepy, some weird, and some unusual videos in there. I'll be back now again in a couple of days. Okay, so if you have enjoyed the video, please hit that like button for me. It really does help. Subscribe if you want to see more, and also as well, comment down below your thoughts on the videos. It's very much appreciated, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on these. Okay, but that's going to be it for me today. So thank you for watching all, and don't forget, stay safe out there, fill yourself full of love. It will protect you. CJ out.